Welcome back to the F3 AI World Championship here from Imola for race 4 of the championship. Currently underway for qualifying. John G, the third first car out on track. Qualifying currently underway. Um, we got John G, the third out on track first, followed by Nikocado Avocado, and then Big Fatty in third. There is a big glob of cars in the middle of the track, as Spencer Alfredo is already going off track. There's a lot of cars in this area, so I say the best time to exit the pits would be about now. There's a little window. It seems like the 40 of Moisicle Ever got out at the right time. Track has a lot of chicanes to be careful about, as the 4 will come out just into traffic behind the 29 of Mason Paisley. Will go to the inside and will get by, but that definitely will hurt his lap a little bit. Moisicle Ever apparently went off track earlier. It seems like a couple cars have actually been going off track, as the 68 is having problems. Ooh, the 77 almost runs into him, just gets by, but that's not too good, but he got going. Seems like a lot of cars are going off track in qualifying. So we could be seeing another chaos race, just like what we saw at Oulton Park, the first race of the season, where it came down to survival. John G the third through the first 4 sectors, only 1 to go. Pretty nice lap besides getting caught up behind a slow car. So time to beat right now is a 1:46.0 set by John G the third. Nikocado Avocado will be the next car to set a lap. Also all greens. Let's see where the 98 will go. It looks good. It looks really good, actually. And that definitely will be pull time as of now, 1:44.9. So that is your time to beat. Still got some cars going way off track, as the 9 of Roblox time goes first with a 1:44.1. So that 9 now into first. September Cyrus goes second with a 1:44.2. 41 of Monocle Ever. Big draft chain right here, but still slow is the only one that puts down a pretty good time, goes third. Bing Shilling goes fourth with a 1:44.4. I believe Bing Shilling and his teammate Chris Pettigrew are both up pretty high in the points. I think they are first and second, if I believe. So right now that is the strongest team. So that is your team to watch. John G the third sets down lap of a 1:42.0, about 2 seconds faster than Roblox time. Mason Paisley not in the ballpark. As there's a car stopped. That is John G. III. What happened here? That looked like it was a big hit. Oh, just hit the wall right after finishing, as Roblox time now goes first with a 1:41.7. So that is now the time to beat, but Spring Roll now goes into first with a 1:40.7. September Cyrus goes fourth with a 1:42.0. Spring Roll up by a second. Chad Enjoyer goes seventh. As Bing Shilling goes third with a 1:42.0. People coming around now will get one more lap. And David Ovalois goes first with a 1:40.5. Now he's into first. I haven't really seen a lot of pinks. It's just been a lot of greens, and then it shows that they've done well. So David Ovalois, pretty good. Septi Lejour goes third with a 1:41.7 as checkered flag is out. So everyone's going to finish their lap that they are currently on. And the 56 of Xander S. Lejour just beats his teammate and moves into third in the 56. Can anyone beat any of the top times? It does not look like it, as all the cars are coming into pit road now. So it seems like David Ovalois may have just won the pole. So David Ovalois is going to be on pole, it seems, unless I think the 29 is still going, unless he comes into pit road. No, he's coming in. So that's about it. David Ovalois on pole for the Italian Grand Prix. Currently waiting for some cars to finish qualifying. Apparently there's some that aren't done yet, as now here we go. So on pole is David Ovalois, and he's going to be starting alongside Spring Roll, who was about a 10th back. And then the only other car within a second of first place was Xander S. Lejour. He'll start third, and then alongside him will be his teammate Septi Lejour. Row 3 is Roblox time and Bing Shilling. And then row 4 is John G. the third and September Cyrus. Row 5, Chris Pettigrew, one of your championship contenders as of now. However, we still got a lot of championship left to go. Spencer Alfredo going to be starting in 10th. Then we have a pair of teammates with Big Fatty and Nikocado Avocado in row 6 together. And then row 7 is Thanos Cat and Chad Enjoyer. Row 8 is Phil Slow and Mason Paisley. Row 9, Egg Roll and Monica Leber. Row 10, May Fox and Moisicle Leber, going to be right behind his teammate. And then rounding out the field is Nico Cat and Virgin Fan. Let's take a look at your championship standings coming into this race. Chris Pettigrew up by 6 points on their teammate Bing Shiling, who is in second. Moisicle Leber in third, who's going to be starting all the way back in 20th in this race. Phil Slow fourth, Thanos Cat fifth. Then it's Mason Paisley, Xander S. Lejour, Monica Leber, September Cyrus, Spring Roll, Egg Roll, Roblox Time, Septi Lejour, Big Fatty, John G. III, Spencer Alfredo, May Fox, and then David O. Lois. Your pole setter only has 1 point ever. And then team standings. The Wet Butter Cakes are in first as they are first and second in points. Equipped Monocle also doing pretty well in points, but they're about 28 back from the Wet Butter Cakes. Then it's Among Us Chungus Racing, Seps Lasers, the Rolling Racers, the Magenta Trees, Balance Racing, Maze Auto Racing, the Pink Unicorns, Niche Motorcraft, and Fan and Enjoyer still have not scored a point. Uh, then some race info before we start. 76 degrees, uh, about a 3-mile track. As you can see, there's lots of chicanes along the track. Uh, partly cloudy. Total turn count is 19, 10 to the left, 9 to the right, and it is an anti-clockwise circuit, just like Phillip Island, which we had last week. We have about 2 minutes before we start the race. So, some early race predictions. I think Spring Roll's gonna be my bet. Uh, if he can just stay calm on the first lap and get through the first chicane, because I'm predicting that there will be an incident at the very start of this race. I feel a car is gonna get ran into. Um, I think Spring Roll definitely, after last week, is gonna be back into game mode and is gonna be ready and gonna try to compete as well as he can, as he is also a championship contender in the UAL series. Currently, I believe, uh, the points leader actually. So it'd be nice if he can win 2 championships, but he's got a little while to go in both of them. And then points leaders. Points leaders, Chris and Bing Schilling. Chris Pettigrew going to be starting in 9th, and then Bing Schilling in 6th. So they're going to have to try and fight hard at the start and be ready to go. Just about to go racing. About 10 seconds until lights get turned on. Engines starting to rev. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the lights are off and away we go. As David Ovalois did not get too great of a jump as we go into turn 1. Here comes Spring Roll trying to go around the outside. But Ovalois defends very well into the first chicane. Everyone makes it through. The top four all stay the same. Bing Schilling moves into 5th. As Overloos now leads. Through Aqua Minerali, David Overloos, Spring Roll, and then Xander S. Lejour. And now we go into the chicane. Everybody's still very close together. Nobody's really gotten away. Nobody has really fallen off. As the 33 now going to be chasing the 69 down the front straight. It's got a couple of turns on the front stretch. Here we go, spring roll. Not gonna try to go for a pass, but may try and fit it around the outside. Does not look for the pass though. John G the third tried making a move on Mason Paisley. Roblox time back here. So everyone made it through the first lap clean. As the 69 just trying to distance himself from the 33 of Spring Roll, but he is staying right behind. As we go back a little bit to find some close battles, the 4 has been looking at the 9 for a while, the 21 following behind the 56. Now the 56 of Xander S. Lejour is right behind Spring Roll. As they go down the front straight. Anyone gonna try to draft? We see the 12 pulling up alongside. As here we go. Just gonna back off, not gonna get involved in any battles just yet. Some cars at the back of the top 10 are battling for position, but the 56 following behind the 33. So far, the top 4 have not really moved around at all. 5th place has changed once. As now the 12 Bing Schilling once again right behind Septi Lejour. Gonna try to find a little bit of room, but oh, and Xander S. Lejour has gone off track, but luckily comes right back on, but may lose a spot to his teammate as they go side by side. They get to the line of 21 just ahead. As they're all bunched up here. As the 56 is right behind him, the 21 goes off but gets back on. but goes off once again, but stays in third as Spring Roll has chased down Oval Lois. Bing Schilling now into fourth after all that. Somehow, Septile Lejour held on to third. The 33 just needs to follow down towards turn 1 and make a move. There's also other places where you could try to make a pass, just a bit riskier. As now, here we go onto the front stretch. Spring Roll could try to make a move. Gonna peek a little to the inside. Side by side as they go into turn, well, it's technically turn 2. Here we go, the 69 just barely stays ahead as Phil Slow sets the fastest lap with a 1:41.1. But that was a very close battle going into turn 1. The 69 had a big lockup, but it did keep him in the lead, so I guess it works out, but that's definitely not good for the tires. Biggest mover, Phil Slow, up 3 spots since the start. As the 33 could try to take a peek down here, but that would not, that's not an ideal place to pass, as the 12 goes off track, cuts the chicane, and now is stuck, or needs to wait for all the other cars to go by, gets going, but is now down in 19th. That is second in the championship right now. And their teammate also is not in points paying position in 14th. The 33 gonna try again. But not gonna be as close this time. Just gonna follow in line. As the 69 has a little bit of a lockup. As now a little bit farther back, it seems like Xander Lejour got passed by Roblox time in turn 1, so now Xander S a little bit farther back as the 69 has gone off track now. The 69 gives away first place. He's got to try to get going, but there goes all the positions. And now he's just been passed by Bing Shiling, and now I believe that car is stalled. Ah, that could have definitely been a good day for him, but now it appears he is out of it. Yes, he is out of it. What a shame. I think he hopped the chicane. Roblox time sets the fastest lap. He hopped the chicane and may have broke the suspension. So now spring roll ahead. Roblox time is now chasing down Septi Lejour for second place. The 56 of Xander S. Lejour, however, not going to let it go, but now Septi Lejour went off track a little bit. And the 9 goes in a little deep, but did gain him some position as now and that is a way late braking by the 21, but it kept him ahead and gained him a lot of track position, so I guess it worked in the end. The 56 now on the 9 spring roll now has the fastest lap of a 1:39.4. David Ovalois comes back out on track, but in last place. I thought this race would be a lot more chaotic than it was. So before of John G. the third went off track, but stays in 5th place. The 56 tried taking a peek, not quite there. Gonna have to wait till later. Roblox time still being chased by Xander S. Lejour. They've been battling for quite some time now. Just gotta try and stay with him, or maybe he could even try to make a late braking maneuver, send it up the inside, but I think he's a little too far back, and that would cause a problem, most likely. Not too great of an exit, so he's gonna have to wait on this one. As the 20 has gone off track. Gets back going. The 98 of Nikocado Avocado tried taking a look on John G. the third. I don't think Nikocado Avocado has scored points yet this season. I think he's one of the 4 that have not. '67 now chasing down the 98 of Nikocado Avocado for 6th place. Oh! And that is an incident. The 7 of Phil Slow, just within the points, goes into low orbit. What happened here? Oh, just hit a... what? I think he hit the chicane, then hit the curb, and that launched the car. A very interesting thing that I've never seen happen before, but now he is back out of the points in 19th now, so he is deep in a hole. But he can still try and fight back. As look at this draft chain. Down the front stretch, look at Spencer Alfredo taking a look on the inside of September Cyrus as they go into turn 1. The 67 falls back and may lose another position. No, maybe very close with the 99 still side by side. Could fall back to 9th, not great, but now September Cyrus stays ahead as Mason Paisley is off cutting the grass. Phil Slow has entered the pit, so he did get damage on the cars. Now, look at Thanos Cat. Now going around Big Fatty. Up the road, Xander S. Lazier still trying to chase down the 9, who's been sitting very still in 3rd place. Meanwhile, Septi Lejour has been cutting down the gap to Spring Roll, now down to 4 seconds. It was at about 5.5 earlier. The Septi Lejour is catching. Let's go back to the draft chain. See what will happen. The 67 could try to make a move on the 77. As we see the 99 as Xander S. Lejour has gone off track, but that's fine. The 99 cutting a little bit of grass. Nobody made a pass, it seems. Xander S. Lejour fell a little bit back. Must have just gone off track. Sitting in 11th is Chad Enjoyer, who's trying to score first points for the team. So would definitely need to try to get around Big Fatty or hope for someone up the road to have an incident. As his teammate just has an incident. The 68, a Virgin fan, went off in the first chicane. Let's take a look at the off-tracks counter. A lot of 2X's, 3X for Nico Cat, who's currently in first on that. As I did not mean to do that. What just happened? Cool, I fixed it. The 41 of Monica Leber is backwards. What happened here? Was it something similar to Phil Slow as he is upside down? It does look like it's similar. Just rolled over the chicane, broke a tire, and flipped himself. As that is yet another rollover in this series. As Septi Lejour has pulled into pit road. Is it time for pit stops? Who knows? But Septi Lejour first one in. Then look at Spencer Alfredo trying to take a move on Nikocado Avocado. Down the inside. Just gotta outbreak him. But he almost goes into the grass. But Spencer Alfredo is trying to hold on. As Spring Roll has crashed in the wall. What happened here? Oh, it just went wide and then buried it. Spencer Alfredo was not able to make the pass. And September Cyrus is trying to fight off Big Fatty for 8th as Spring Roll is now out of it. Who was the leader. That is definitely gonna hurt. Spring Roll is now towing back. Roblox time now in first, but I think Septi Lejour would assume the role of first. We're going to have to see if anyone else will pit, as Xander S. Lejour has now gone off track. And Chanji the Third has to check up a lot as to avoid them as they now come in. Roblox time has also came in. So we're going to have to see who will get out of pit road first. The 9 car is off with a pit stop of 7.8. And we're going to have to see where's the 21. 21 is coming down the front stretch now. This may have been a mistake from the 21, as now he is just going to be right behind his teammate now, actually. And just lost a position on pit road. Did gain one from Spring Roll, but lost to his teammate Xander S. Lejour and Roblox Time, who is now in first. What a dumb name. Septi Lejour just behind his teammate. The 56 and the 21. About 8 seconds behind Roblox Time, so it's pretty big. John G. the third now arriving on the scene back there in fourth. As now here we go down the front stretch. Is anyone going to be able to make a move? The 21 gonna go to the inside. Let's see if this pass will work, but no, he backs off. As Xander S. Lejour will stay in second. The fastest pit time is a 7.1 from September Cyrus. Pretty good. Biggest mover of the race so far is Egg Roll in 10th. As now they are not really gaining or losing from the 9, but I don't think there's enough time left in the race for anything to happen unless the 9 makes a mistake. But the 56 goes off, and now the 21 will go by. And so will the 4 as the 4 moves into the podium places. Xander S. Lejour will now fall back to 4th. You see Spencer Alfredo behind there in 5th. But the 21 takes the lead with 6 seconds as the gap and about 5.5 minutes left in the race. So a lot of time left to go. Let's go a little bit back. September Cyrus chasing down Chad Enjoyer. As the 67 has crashed. And the 99 also involved. That is an incident. The 67, once again, another car to hit the curbs, just this time stayed on the ground. And then the 99 just clipped the back rear and then kind of rotated the car of the 67 now down into 16th. And the 99 in 15th, so they definitely lost out on some points that they could have gained today. As Septilejor has gone off track, just completely cuts through the chicane, and then goes off track again, about 4 seconds back from the 9. So far, the bonus point right now, nobody would get the bonus point, as because the person that has it is Spring Roll, but he is down in 18th, so he will not earn any points from that. The 21 definitely needs to kick it up now and can't make any more mistakes, because the 9 is just up the road. 4.5 seconds. The 9 of Roblox time is not done too well through the chicane, and it's demonstrated right there as he goes way off. And just lost some time as the 4 of John G. the third has stopped. Just inside the podium, and now he has suffered some issues just like his teammate, Ova Lois. He has to get going because he is about to drop out of the points. And the 20 runs into the back of him. And that will be the end of both the 4 and the 20's day, as that could have most definitely been a podium that just got tossed away, as they are now stuck together, and that will be the end of their race. As it seems like the 20 actually got back going, but is practically out of it. Roblox time now still has about a 4-second gap, so Septi is not getting close enough. And then just within the points, we see Mason Paisley chasing down current points leader Chris Pettigrew. We'll have to see what happens here. As the 68 has had a problem. I don't even know what direction they're facing, but they just ran into the tire barrier, so a very lost cause. Spencer Alfredo now sets the fastest lap, which would be a bonus point going straight into his hands. That is definitely helpful. So he'd be earning 13 points instead of just 12 points, which you would normally earn. So white flag lap, Roblox time, up by about 5.5 seconds. And has kept it clean as the 42 of Thanos Cat is in the wall. there goes their chance of points, as they are now in the wall and have just disappeared from existence. Roblox time. Rivish came one last time, but 56 has had a problem as he is upside down. And he throws away a podium. A lot of cars throwing away podiums. And, whoa, that is a pretty nasty flip. But we have to go back to the front as Roblox time comes around the final turn and wins the Italian Grand Prix. 5 seconds over Septi Lejour. Then Spencer Alfredo will just get the last spot on the podium in third place. So Roblox time gets their first win of the season. And that was another crazy race that I did not expect to happen. But it did. So waiting on some cars to finish up. Septi Lejour tried to close in the gap but just could not get there. Spencer Alfredo third. Nikocado Avocado and Chad Enjoyer will both get their first points of the season. Now there's just 2 cars that have not earned any points. Chad Enjoyer gonna earn 10 for his team. Very nice. So now let's take a look at your final results of this race. That's not right. There we go. Roblox time up by just over 5 seconds on Septi Lejour. Third place will be Spencer Alfredo. Fourth place and fifth place, Nikocado Avocado and Chad Enjoyer will earn their first points, 12 and 10 respectively. Eggroll finishes 6th and moved up 11 spots since the start, so he is your biggest mover. Chris Pettigrew finished 7th. Mason Paisley finished 8th. Bing Schilling fought back to earn a 9th place. Moisicle Lever, who started way back, finished 10th, the last driver to earn a point. Big Fatty and September Cyrus, they were both involved in an incident. They finished 11th and 12th. May Fox will finish 13th. Phil Slow 14th, 15th. A podium tossed away Xander S. Lejour, and then a win tossed away from David Ovalois. He'll finish 16th. 17th is Spring Roll. 18th, Thanos Cat. And then 19th and 20th. Let me scroll down. 19th is John G. III, who also threw away a podium. 20th is Nico Cat. And then 21st, Monica Lever. And then rounding out the field is Virgin Fan. So that is it from the Italian Grand Prix. Next up, we'll be going to the United States, where we'll be at Road America. And I guess I will see you all there. Goodbye.